G'day, cunts! Welcome to episode number... I don't really prepare for these, and don't know the episode number. So, this is actually just going to be a stalling intro, while I Google my own name, and try and find the episode number. I'm currently typing in my own name into Google. My online pseudonym, not my real name. It is episode number, I'm bringing up the videos tab, episode number 46 of the Greencast, a podcast where I don't give a shit about the quality of this, but you all watch and listen anyway. If you don't already know, and this is your first episode listening to, welcome. This is a podcast where I ramble to myself like a fucking madman in my bedroom. Occasionally, from time to time, I'll have friends and other fellow creators on the podcast. However, this is not one of those episodes. So, as you can probably already tell, I'm going to title this episode Tales from the Sauna, because my job entails me sitting on my ass pretty much the entire day, whether it be editing YouTube videos or editing other films or whatever the fuck else I'm doing. I'm not exactly active, to say the least. So what I've been doing for the past 3 to 4 years has been going to gym every single day. And because, that's about the only physical exercise overly that I really get. And probably the past about 5 to 6 months, I've been going into the sauna pretty regularly after I work out, because it helps promote muscle growth. It helps promote recovery, and then I also go in between. I take quick showers, so I hop out. There's a quick shower where you can douse your body with cold water and then jump back in again, which basically, as I've had it explained to me by a PT that I met in the sauna, basically promotes and gets rid of buildup of lactic acid between your muscles. So the next day, you'll still be kind of sore from your workout if it was real intense, but you'll still be able to fucking move. Especially that helps on leg days especially. So I've been doing that for 5 to 6 months, as I said. And the sauna that is at my local gym is both a mixed gender sauna. Don't know whose idea that was to really do that, but basically it means that at the very end of the two bathrooms, the sauna is connected and it's used by both the male and the female. And there's also a steam room, but the steam room is garbage because it doesn't really work half the time. So the sauna is the go-to place if you just want to get some fucking heat. Or, lately, so now that Australia's heating up, you could just sit outside for 10 minutes. That works as well. But it's nice. I like to use the sauna as a thinking time as well, where it's almost just like a form of meditation for me. I usually go in there anywhere between 15 to half an hour. 15 minutes to half hour, I mean. But, time to time you can't escape it. There's people in there, it's a gym with thousands of members that all go during different times of the day / night. And yeah, you meet people from time to time, and you strike up conversation sometimes. Oh, how's your workout? Da-da-da, this. Well, my lord, did I meet some fucking characters this week. So, I'm probably going to put them in the title, because it's just maybe them is just absolutely perfect. So, a couple nights ago, I met two very much characters who I am dubbing the Aussie Alex Jones and a born-again Christian. So, there was about 3 or 4 other people in there, and a couple of them left, and so it was just me and Aussie Alex Jones, who's this around about mid-50s sort of fella. He's a miner, and the conversation that I walked into as one of them was leaving was, he apparently was telling the story of how he got in a fight not too long ago, because he's also apparently an ex-boxer. And this guy's maybe 6'4". He's a pretty built dude, not gonna lie. But he's also mid-50s, I'd say, at least. Actually, no, I think he said he's 51 at one stage. And he's telling us the story of how he was coming home one night, and these people had their high beams on, and was shining it in his back fucking line. And so he put his fucking hand out the window and was gesturing them to pull over, and gets them to pull over, and then out steps apparently this big Maui dude, squared up with him, and then, old mate ex-boxer fucking knocks him one, rips his flanny apparently, which is I don't even know how to really say that in other languages. Flannel? You know what a flannel is, Americans, right? Yeah, I assume you do. You rip these flannel, and apparently that very much set the tone of this fella, that he's not afraid to fucking box a cunt if he shine high beams in him. So already I'm like, bruh, this is already a character. And he starts talking about the government for a second, and how that, man, it's really heating up lately, and, fucking spring's coming around. Because almost immediately, in Australia, we just entered spring. We've been in there for maybe about a week. And we just come out of winter. And it literally almost, to the day or two, switched from, like, temperatures where it would peak at, like, 22, maybe 21. Currently today, it's peaking at 34 degrees. So, yeah, it almost instantly switched. And so old mate here starts talking to me about how that he's been noticing a change for the past, like, 20 years working in the mines. Specifically, looking into the sky. And the fact that they've stopped spraying stuff in the sky for the past couple years. And already I'm like, bruh, what? And then he drops the word chemtrails, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. So then he starts going on about how that even when he mines, and he's got like those big excavator things that are like these overly massive, overscaled machines that you sometimes see. I don't know the names of it. But it's those ones where they've got like the 5-meter scoops, and you scoop out all the dirt in the land. And he was saying that there's these underwater tables that he was calling it, which are just like underground like lakes and stuff that flow throughout Australia. And, he's talking about just like, mate, I'll tell you what, I've been mining for the past couple of years. Those underwater tables, they flow through all the way through Northern Territory, all the way through Western Australia, through Central Queensland. They're fucking dried up, mate. You don't hit them at all. Fucking usually when you hit them, you hear a giant burst of water. Don't fucking hit them anymore. They're all fucking dried up. Tell you what. And it starts going on about like how it's something that they're spraying in the sky, and everyone's so fucking greedy and whatnot. And as he's talking about this is when Born Again Christian comes into the fold. So in pops this younger dude, blonde dreadlocks. Already I'm like, just looking at him, I already know as a fucking character. And so as he's talking about how the government's doing this to us for some reason and is fucking up our country, which, I have no doubt, he's talking about greed and how everyone's out for themselves, and then, apparently talking out for themselves, and then him sparked something in him where Christianity came up and religion came up and starts preaching out fucking Bible quotes, and I'm like, oh, fucking god damn it, here we go. But then he talks about his experiences and why he became a born-again Christian. And he starts talking about how he had a really down patch in his life a couple of years ago. This kid's also 19 as well, so he's 2 years younger than me. And he was telling us that he was ready to end it all. He was in a car, and he said, that tree over there, that's going to do me, looks good. And then he starts to drive into the tree to go kill himself, and apparently some divine intervention pulled his steering wheel away the very last second, jerked him away, and from then on out, he apparently had a lot of these experiences that he could not explain, and eventually apparently found out the answer that was Jesus and the divine Holy Spirit. And then start setting off old mate Alex Jones over here. And then we start having a weird fucking talk about religion. Next minute, I hear the phrase thrown out, black magic, and I'm like, bruh, oh, this is actually Alex Jones, and he's fucking said stuff like, mate, I've had some stuff happen to me that you fucking wouldn't believe, it'd knock your socks off, and I'm like, oh, this is too good, cuz, holy fuck. So, yeah, he went from fucking chemtrails to black magic, and then starts talking about the creation story, about Adam and Eve, and about how the serpent was actually Satan personified, and Lucifer is, like, affecting everybody. And then he even the born again Christian starts talking about how God has helped him steer his life, in that he talks to God and he tells him what to do, or when he asks himself stuff, he answers him. And already I'm like, oh, okay. One of them was apparently that he told him that he should go in the sauna. You might meet some people, and Lassie met us too. Which already I'm like, okay, I'm in here literally every night. You're bound to fucking meet me eventually, cunt. And, bruh, dude. So, he starts going on about the creation story and about the devil. And, oh fuck, where was I going with this? Give me a second to collect my thoughts. Oh yeah, the devil. And, he starts going on about the creation story and whatnot. And Adam and Eve. Oh no, that's what it was. It was the free will thing that I was about to go to. Yeah, so he starts going on about how our path is actually set out for us, and that we can't change it. And that's the question I asked, and apparently both of them agreed about this, because apparently old mate Alex Jones has apparently had his experiences, and found religion and demons and all that sort of stuff. And that's how he dealt with stuff. And that, yeah, apparently our path and our destiny is set out for us. So already, that's when I brought up, I'm like, well, if we have our path set out for us that we can't really change, do we really have free will then? And then, yeah, that's when he started going on about, like, oh no, we definitely have free will, but that's one of the curses that we got given by the devil and Lucifer when they interfered with us with the apple and tempting us. And I'm like, okay. Already, I'm just like, it started going on. I just started fucking asking questions, because I knew they fucking set him off, and this was just fucking gold. And I couldn't leave. I ended up spending the longest I'd ever spent in the sauna. I was in there for 45 minutes, because going to the shower constantly, because I'm like, oh fuck, I feel like I'm going to pass out, but I can't pass up this opportunity to hear this conversation. Holy shit. And I drank all my water, went in the shower like 3 times, coming back in, just to build up that, like, tolerance so I could keep going. Holy shit, dude. I need to take a drink, hold on. And the entire time, I have to refrain everything on the inside of me from just bursting out in laughter and being like, bruh, what the fuck? You realize how insane this is? And, yeah, so eventually, I think there's probably another crazy thing that they were talking about, but I didn't write it down like an idiot afterwards. So, I fucking lost it, but I shook their hands, I got their names, and bruh, I want to get at least one of them on the podcast, because I love to talk about this shit. And as we're all about to leave, old man Alex Jones, Aussie Alex Jones, he goes, mate, I got a story from 2 years ago that I cannot explain that'll fucking blow your mind. And then he left. The fucking bastard clickbaited me, IRL. I got fucking IRL clickbaited. What the fuck? I had to be like, no, please tell me. But no, he just fucking wandered off, and I'm like, no! Damn it! So you bet your fucking ass I'm going to spend as much time in the sauna as I can so I can run into these cunts again. Because I need to talk to them. It was too much fun talking to them. And then even afterwards, after we got out of the shower and whatnot, I talked to the born again Christian. And he's just like, oh yeah, no, I really like these kind of conversations and stuff. And he's like, oh, I don't really know how to call it. And I'm like, oh, I don't know, friendly debate, I guess. Because we weren't like out for each other's throat and whatnot. And, you know, he's a good bloke. You know, even though he's a little bit of a nutter, I guess, with his religion, in my opinion, in my experiences. He was pretty good. That he definitely realizes the sort of state that and the bad rap that especially Christianity gets, trying to force upon their views, and then that doesn't really work for people, and then ends up people resenting the religion as a whole, or even just the whole idea of religion when people do that. So it's just like, oh yeah, you know, I kind of just let people have their own experiences in life and let them decide on their own. I don't try and force it on people. And I'm like, yeah, I fucking respect that, bro. I get that. Who fucking added me in my Discord while I'm doing this shit? Okay, someone just pinged me because they can. Righto, cunt. But But also, last night I had another fucking encounter. Again, because it is mixed genders, I just happened to wander in, and there was a lady in her 30s, and then two other girls, probably around about my age, that I've also seen regularly boxing. Just, doing some training, and then also just hitting the bag, and just watching them move. I know that they're properly trained, unlike me, who just likes to punch things really hard sometimes. And they're the kind of cunts that kind of just also, intrude. Like, I had my own little fucking area set up with all my shit, and they kind of just put all their stuff where my stuff is, and then just sit down a speaker, and they just start blurring their fucking, black people rap, even though they're very white. Which I'm like, okay. Got my own headphones on, just try to ignore it. So they're all in there, and then I walk in, and they're talking about bad experiences they've had with men, and already I'm like, alright, this is going to be a good fucking conversation. And so the lady in her 30s is talking about how she apparently gone on a coffee date with a person that she met from at gym, and it got to the point where this person was stalking them so bad that she ended up having to stop coming to gym for a month or two just to try and avoid the cunt. And both of them, well, everyone started spurting out bad experiences they've had with guys and whatnot. And then one girl starts talking about how this one crazy guy found out her Snapchat and then would not leave her alone. And it got to the point where he just showed up at her house one day and hadn't given him her address. And apparently heard the baby crying one day and just jumped through the fucking window and just started shaking the baby. And I'm like, what the fuck am I listening to? Where do I live? What the fuck is life? What is this? And so then they all start talking about children and whatnot. And then so the girl, both of them are my age. They're 21. The other woman is 33, because they just said their fucking ages and I still remember it. The 33-year-old woman has 5 children. And she is currently raising them by herself, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? The 21-year-old who had the stalker has 3 children, and her friend that was with her has 2 children. And I'm like, what the fuck? I can't even, begin. Children and having kids, it's not even a fucking thought that I'm having in my brain right now, dude. Bruh, I still live at home, for fuck's sake. There's no way that I'm even considering having kids anytime fucking soon. I at least want my own house before I even fucking consider that shit, dude. And, it probably helps to have another half that you can create them as well. And they start talking about kids and da-da-da-da. And they're just like, oh, what about you? Do you have any kids? And I'm like, I fucking hope not. And they all just fucking laugh. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's a pretty good response. But I'm like, inside, I'm like, no, I fucking fuck kids. Not literally, though, because that's that's a crime. That's very frowned upon. But nah, bro, I hate kids. I really do. I don't understand how, especially, I don't know what it is with girls, but even some of the girls that are in my friend group, some of them want children before, 25, which is 4 years away, which is way too fucking early in my opinion. Holy Jesus fuck. I mean, granted, my parents are pretty older, and that might be an influence in me, but fucking hell, dude, some people's, life goal is just to have kids, and I just personally don't understand that. I mean, sure, that is basically the whole fundamental of, life, I guess, in every animal. I mean, we are animals. Our goal is to expand our population, I guess. But I don't know, in today's day and age, I just don't think that personally, I just don't get that mentality, I guess. I don't understand it. Yeah, I don't know. If you guys have any kids or the thought of your kids have crossed your mind, let me know in the comments, because I'm actually genuinely curious about this. Because it just seems to be a thing with girls too. Sure, there's some that are just nah, bro, I'm not fucking figuring out kids. and whatnot, at least for a while. And I'm like, yeah, fucking good on you, dude. What the hell? You still love it, parent. None of my friends in my group live away from home, for fuck's sake. One did at one point, but yeah, things didn't end well with her girlfriend. And she moved back in with her parents afterwards. In fact, everyone that had moved out at some point ended up moving back in with their parents after about a year or less than out. 'Cause, yeah, fucking... Land is expensive. Living alone is expensive. I don't even know what I'm going to do at this point. Living away, because I've got it so good here at home. I've got my own little workshop that I converted a bedroom. I'm probably going to have to rent a warehouse space at some point to work from. That'd be fucking neat. That's kind of like my sort of short-term goal, I guess. And I always joke with my parents and friends that, haha, I'm probably going to rent a warehouse space before I'm going to rent an actual apartment or something and move out. The more I look at it, the more that might actually happen. Because I've currently got a shed full of stuff, as well as my own room, and then a workshop full of stuff. And space is very much at a premium here. And so it'd just be great to have like my own little workshop that I can work on like that sort of stuff, but then also have like a recording space for YouTube and whatever the fuck else, or if someone's coming around to edit with me, I just have that space and I don't have to invite them into my fucking bedroom and then them awkwardly sit on my bed while we edit together because there's not enough space. And that's just where I have my stuff set up. But yeah, I mean, like, I guess we'll just move into that sort of stuff as well. I guess we're getting... I don't have this written on my topics, but also I recently watched an interview with Internet Historian. And a lot of it, he was talking about productivity and how to go about running a YouTube channel and stuff. And there was a lot of points that really like sort of stuck out to me. And a lot of it I'm going to try and incorporate. And sort of take it a little bit more seriously like a job. He was talking about how he actually has a dedicated office space now where he has like hours that he just spends going off-site that isn't his own house to work from, because your productivity just goes up because you value your time a lot more rather than, you know, you get out of bed and you edit in your underpants. Which I have done. To be fair, I've even recorded videos in my underpants. But, you know, he was talking about how as well that, you know, even one of the things that, small things that you do is just make it a habit of, if you are working from home or doing this sort of thing, is just to put on pants, put on clothes while you do it, just to make it a little bit more official. So, you know. But even some of the other stuff he was talking about was just, yeah, building that like schedule, have different browsers potentially, lock away parts of your computer, throw your phone away from you so you don't get distracted. Set goals for yourself that you want to get, and don't be afraid to spend time on projects that you don't have to shit stuff out, which is very true as of recently, which you might have noticed a kind of a shift in my sort of content. YouTube no longer favors channels that regularly put out content, unfortunately, or well, puts out a lot of regular content. It's much more about building that like catalog of like more longer and higher quality content. So that's why I'm sort of focusing now on longer form green text stories, and I don't know if I really can even do compilations or the smaller ones anymore. Especially with channels like Neckbeardia and Wave Titan that just got straight fucking yeeted out of monetization, which might have other factors to it, but I think the main reasons are the fact that, you know, they had the same, some of them had the same thumbnails or very fucking similar. The fact that Wave Titan got up to like number 1,000 or whatever the fuck it was, or well in the hundreds. Title's very similar, and also text-to-speech, which YouTube apparently fucking hates those channels now and just wants them fucking gone, so they're just removing them from the partner program. And good on Neckbeardia, he's sort of trying to evolve his content now, into more of that sort of higher quality sort of storytelling and stuff, trying to get some actual voice actors into it, and good on him. Wave, he's just sort of lowered his content because he can't obviously regularly make it as much anymore. Which actually, I've done episodes with both of them, you should go check them out. And the thing that blows me out about Wave more than anything is like, he does 10-minute videos like every weekday. And he doesn't stack them. He makes them every single day, which fucking blows my mind. Especially the, like, revealing text. That takes fucking ages as well. and I don't know how the cunt does it every day. But, you know, now that he's cunted out of his views, he can't really do it regularly anymore. Which is just sort of the state that YouTube's in right now. So I'm also, yeah, like I said, I'm trying to evolve my content, longer green text stories. I'm also trying to do more sort of, like, commentary style stuff. Don't know how well that's really going to go. The Superhuman video I'm pretty happy with. There was no way that video was getting monetized. There's no way that I could really, I think, edit it in a way, but I really wanted to make that video either way. So it's just kind of just a long way of saying, please support my Patreon, or even another really great way to support me is my merch store, which is a link down below. There's some pretty cool designs in there that I think you guys should check out, and honestly, I would wear around, and, you know, they're not just plastered with my fucking logo or some shit like that. They're actually genuine designs that you can probably wear out, and people wouldn't question you for being a fucking weirdo. Although there are some of those shirts in there anyway, for those people that want it and have wanted it. So please check those out. It's probably one of the best ways you can support me, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm really just not really afraid to spend more than a couple days, maybe even a week on a video. So I've got a couple other longer green texts in the pipeline that I'm working on. I've got another commentary video that I'm working on, maybe some other things here and there. But I also have a gaming channel as well, if you guys didn't know. I think that's linked down in the description as well. So, oh, and I've been streaming on Twitch a lot more too. Which, please check that out, because I really need to get affiliate, because people have really wanted to give me bits, but they can't because I'm not an affiliate. So please get me up to that 50 followers, because I really need, I think that's the only thing I'm missing now at this point, is just get that followers, because I meet all the other requirements to be an affiliate. So yeah, please check out my Twitch, go give it a follow. Build me up those followers, son, so I can get that affiliate. Because, yeah, I'm going to be regularly streaming throughout the week at sort of morning and night sort of ish American time. Because, yeah, it's, I don't know what times, but usually it's around, say, 9:30 UTC plus 10 is my time zone. I literally have 2 clocks in my room now. One set to American Central Time, and then one set to my time. So I could just look up and be like, oh, it's that time. So currently in America, it is 1:15 a.m. Very late at night. So, you know, this would be not a good time to stream, because it'll also be Friday morning. Yeah, Friday morning. If it was a Friday night, that might be a bit better. But yeah, you know, I'm slowly trying to figure out what's the best time to stream, because again, unfortunately, just most of my Americans are just Americans at this point. What else have I got on my little list to talk about? Oh yeah, I've seen quite a few movies lately as well, just because I've been like kind of bored and I just been wanting to get out of the house a little bit more. Also, don't be ashamed to go see movies by yourself. It's fucking great as well, especially when you're going to regular times. Like, I literally I saw It, Chapter 2 today. I went at the 12 o'clock in the morning midday showing of It, and there was like 3 people in the cinema. It was fucking great. But I also wanted to talk about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, because it's not a great film, I'm going to be honest with you, and I don't know why it's getting so much praise. Like, plot-wise, it's very questionable if it really is even a plot, I guess, because it's literally just Quentin Tarantino wanted to make a period piece with westerns, but wanted an excuse, so he just did this. Like, there's plot lines that just go fucking nowhere. Characters don't really learn or evolve from anything at all. Like, by the end, no one really changed, which is, you know, it's just no character development, so it's just not interesting. And it's also just way too fucking long, and also, Jesus Christ, there's a lot of feet shots. Fucking Tarantino has not been subtle with his feet fetish at this point. Oh my lord. Alright. What else do I have here to talk about? I don't know if there's much else to really say about the film, other than it's just not fucking great, and you can just skip it, to be honest. Sure, the ending was pretty cool. Well, ending, sort of fight scene is very Tarantino-esque, but fucking nothing happens, cunt. And, like, sure, I was invested in the world, especially since I've worked in that sort of industry, and it's nice to see that sort of perspective of how that worked in that time frame. But yeah, it's just not fucking overly entertaining. Like, I was engaged, I guess, and I was, drawn into the world, but as a film, it wasn't really entertaining, I guess, is the best way to put it. Yeah. It, Chapter 2, the other hand, I really fucking enjoyed that film. I literally just got back from seeing it about half hour ago. And yeah, I thought it was actually done really tastefully as well. I mean, I haven't read the fucking book, so I wouldn't really know, but Stephen King was in the film, and so he obviously has his blessing from him at that fucking point. But yeah, that was the other thing I wanted to fucking talk about. Oh boy, I need to take another fucking drink of water for this one, because it gets me mad. Fuck. Alright, so you guys might have seen this week, it's kind of made worldwide headline news at this point, which is fucking hilarious, and it's great. So, there was a story that came out this week of a vegan who was trying to sue her neighbors for barbecuing in their own backyard. And apparently the smell of meat is annoying her so much because she's a vegan that she's taken them to court and is trying to sue them. So, the hilarious part is, it's already been taken to court. The judge fucking threw it out, because of course they did. And then reading more into it, the vegan is also a massage therapist, because of course she is, from a suburb in Western Australia. It is City of Perth, because of course it is. And yeah, apparently she believes their neighbours are barbecuing, da-da-da-da. Okay, so as a quote, she believes that the barbecue has been used as a new front in a long-running war between the neighbours. And then the quote starts, they've put the barbecue there so I could smell the fish. All I could smell is fish. I can't enjoy my backyard. I can't go out there. Oh, it's so good, God. Out of everything, too, out of all the meat, she chooses, like, fish. Which is, like, the one meat that still, like, a lot of people and vegetarians still eat. Or pescatarians or whatever the fuck else. Like, it's just so hilarious to me, and it's so un-Australian. Like, go fuck off if you actually think that this is, like, an actual case that's gonna get any sort of traction. Which, I mean, it got media traction, but for all the wrong reasons. People calling him a dumb fucking cunt. But the thing is, even though the judge threw out the first one, she's apparently filed an appeal and wants it to take it to Supreme Court. Because apparently, they want their children banned from playing basketball. Which, fair enough, if your children have been little cunts, file a complaint or whatever the fuck, but the barbecue is just fucking gold, dude. Holy shit. Bruh, imagine being so mad that, like, it's even just fucking close the windows. Is it that hard? I don't understand. I can't go out in your backyard. You're that irritated and you're that offended by someone else having a different diet to you that just the smell alone pisses you off so much that you fucking legally threaten them to remove it. Imagine. Fucking vegans, man. Fucking vegans. Oh my lord. This is why no one likes them. This is why no one likes fucking vegans. Alright, I guess it's time for that part of the podcast. The most autistic part of this podcast. And those, of course, where I take questions from a bunch of you cunts. So if you've got any questions, stories, or anything else that you really need to, that you want to send my way, please either leave it in my Discord, in the Greencast channel, or email me at mrgreentext@gmail.com. That's Mr. Greentext with an S on the end of that. Or just go on my About page, you'll find it there. And if you want to remain somewhat anonymous. Now, I've gotten not many fucking questions this week, so please send me. I am very low. The first one I have is from Willery, and he says, thoughts on Sans being a Smash? Now, personally, I don't really give a shit, to be honest. I've played all of 10 minutes of Sans. Yeah, the Undertale is a good meme, but it's not even really in Smash. He's just a fucking Wii skin. Wii player? Me player? Yeah, me. Why am I saying Wii? He's a Wii fighter skin for the gunner. He's not even, like, really in the game, but it is, like, hilarious. My fucking Twitter for the past 3 days has just been fucking Sans and Smash memes, and it's been really annoying, and I just don't fucking care, to be honest. Let's see. Oh, yikes. And it all sent in a picture, and he says, thoughts on these flags near where I live. The other one is a Nazi angle. Ooh, fucking yikes, dude. Ooh, what the fuck? So, I'll put the picture on screen. One's a flag, one's the Confederate flag, and the other one is apparently a Nazi eagle. Fucking yikes is my thoughts on it. Jesus Christ, man. What the fuck? Okay, yeah. I don't know what you really want me to say other than fucking yikes, dude, and probably don't interact with them. Especially don't say that you don't hate Jews, I guess. I don't fucking know. Is there even anything else really here? Yeah, there's that vegan thing I was talking about, blah blah blah. Sterminus. There's a fella here called Cocksucker, and he says, what is your favourite part about running a YouTube channel? I think I've had questions like this, or even very similar, and it's a very gay answer, but I'm going to say that one of the best things about running a YouTube channel is just the sort of community that you build with it. Like, it's still so fucking weird to me that people care about, I don't know, I mean, sure, people care about me on the internet, but even just care about the stuff that I make, and, or care enough to me to, you know, like my presence online. And it's still so weird every now and then to just, like, you know, I'll be in a video game or I'll join a Discord server and they'll be like, holy shit, Mr. Greencast, I love your content, I've been watching it for so long. And I'm like, oh, fucking cheers, mate. I guess it's because I'm like that weird sort of in-between where I'm not a small creator, but I'm not a large creator, like, in my opinion, to be honest. So it's like that weird in-between where it's just like, I don't overly feel successful as an online personality and that sort of stuff, but I still do have that following. And I guess that's probably the thing that I'm just most grateful for, and it's just one of my favourite things, is just having that sort of thing, of these group of people that I can meme with together online. Yeah, that's about all the really questions that I have written here, so, yeah, like I said, your questions are shit, guys, or non-existent, so please, I thought this was going to be very much longer, but it just wasn't. That's a fucking rip. But yeah, you know, again, send me some topics, questions, stories if you think I'd find interesting on my email, mrgreentext@gmail.com, or throw it in my Discord, please. Links are in the description, always. And yeah, so if you made it the whole way through this almost 40-minute long podcast, be sure to let me know by including the word, let's do religion. Let's be that fucking one. I don't know, do you follow a religion? Do you know anyone that follows a religion? Is there a religion you hate? What's the worst thing what's the thing you like about religion? Let me know, and if you include somewhere in your comment that, or talk about it, I'll give you a little heart. And yeah, that'll do it for this week. Podcast, also, you probably tell, sort of turning into bi-weekly sort of thing. Might be weekly, I don't know, sort of bi-weekly, we'll see how it goes, but yeah. Anyway, I'll catch you later, a cunt.